Hi everyone, I'm back with another scrapbook process video today. This layout took me probably, well in total probably about an hour and a half, but that's because I used paint and it had to dry. So that took a while for it to dry. I made this layout using prompts from Color Stories Inspiration. That's what it is, Color Stories Inspiration. I couldn't remember for a second. I wanted to say Scrapper Stash, but that's not right. It's Color Stories Inspiration. I'll link down below to their website. This is an old, well now, or when this video will be up, it is a considerably old prompt. But you can always join in and use the new prompts. So that page in the background is really old. I think I got it in a Studio Calico kit, and I haven't gotten them for a while. And I wanted to use it up. Actually, that page might be newer than I think. I can't remember. I don't think it's from a Studio Calico kit anymore now that I think about it. I think it's actually a Bo Bunny paper from their lemonade stand or summer lemonade or something like that. Their new collection from the summer. I'm also using Chamel papers, so that pink triangle paper, the aqua paper, the black and white stripe paper, and that horizontal stripe paper are all from the Chamel collection. So here I'm trying to decide what I want to do because I don't like something's not sitting right with me in this layout, and eventually I'll figure it out that it's all the text in the background. And I will paint over it to make it softer. So I'm just inking all the edges with my new distress inks, although they won't be new when this video goes up, but they're new now. I got 3 more sets of the mini distress inks, and I love them. I love them so much. Actually, I don't even think that's one of my new ones that I'm using. I think that's Peacock Feathers that I'm using. And that was in the first batch that I bought. So I just inked all the edges and made a mess. And I have glue and ink all over my fingers. So now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do because I know that this layout's just not working for me. Yeah. So I like that design and I want that design, but I can't figure out what's not right with it. And I'm scrapbooking about one of my favorite book series. They're like teen fiction, I guess, books. And yeah, I can't read my journaling. Oh, I remember. I talk about how I waited for, like, I waited 6 months for the second one to come out, and then I waited a year for the third one to come out. So I had to wait a long time to be able to read the entire series. Actually, when the second one came out, it was before I went to Africa, so I brought it with me on my e-reader to Africa. That's what I read on the plane on the way there, because I didn't sleep on the way there, but I slept on the way back. I was so tired, and I was actually pretty sick on the way back. So I decided to go with that placement, and then I realized that I put that one piece over too far. That piece of striped paper is over too far. So I pulled it up and moved it over. Anyways, if you like reading, this is a good series. It's dystopian fiction series. It was good. I really liked it. It's really easy reading, which is nice sometimes. That 3x4 card is from Echo Park Capture Life, and I really wanted to use it on this page with the books on it because it's a typewriter, and I thought it was appropriate. I think this is where I decide that I'm going to paint white acrylic paint on the background. So I do that. I'm just using normal acrylic paint. I just put some blobs on. And it's really, really thick because it's really old. So I think if I use this paint again, I will water it down a bit. Because it was really, really thick. I should have edited this part out. Or stopped the camera or something. But anyways, for the prompts for this particular case file, that's what they call them. They call them case files. It's like you're a detective and you're solving cases with scrapbooking. So some of the prompts were text in the background, scrapbooking, journaling about a solitary pleasure. I chose reading. Butterflies. I forget what else. And then of course the color scheme is chosen. You get 5 colors every case. You get 5 colors that you have to scrapbook with. You can add in other colors, but they have to take up less than 10% of the space on your scrapbook layout. So I wanted to leave that noted part on the page, like without any paint on it, because I liked that it was about reading and it said noted, so I left it there. And I think I'm going to let this dry and then I'll come back later once it's dry and once I have cleaned up a lot of the paint off my table. So there, now everything is dry and everything's cleaned up, and I do trim off some of that around the edges of that paper because it curled up a lot while it was drying. And that's just a piece of bluish gray cardstock. Here I ink the edges with black soot distressing, and I end up getting it everywhere, and I don't know how. I get it on the cardstock piece, and I get it on my tape glider gun, and I get it on my hands. It was just not good. I had some trouble lining this up because it was curling up so much at the edges, so I was having trouble judging what was equidistance around all the 4 sides. But I think I made it work okay. Oh, I'm gluing the edges. I was like, how did my video go sideways? Because I was scrolling to see how much video is left, so I know when to start saying my end bits. So you can see my distressings there to the left. I'm in love with my distressings. And I actually tried to add some on, but I don't know that it actually shows up because I couldn't find my sponge. So I used a piece of paper towel and it didn't work very well. The ink goes on the paper towel great, but not onto my paper. Yeah. I don't actually think you end up being able to see this on the layout. Like, it's so faint that you don't notice it on the layout. Then I thought I would experiment on the back. What would happen if I just dabbed the ink pad down, and I didn't want to chance that. so I didn't. That's a Heidi Swap stencil. I got it at Michael's. It has hearts and dots, I think. Maybe stars. Hearts, stars, and like circles. I'm not sure though. So then I decide I like everything, so I go ahead and I put glue in the middle, and I glue down my main piece there. And this is a new Project Life kit from, I think it's Heidi Swap. Project Life and Heidi Swap. It's the gold one, and I do use that gold chipboard word love for part of my title. Then I painstakingly go through all of the little pieces because I was hoping that there would be another heart, but there wasn't. Oh, apparently I bumped my camera somehow. I don't know how, because it's mounted above me. I'm not sure how that happened. So I ended up finding 4 hearts to use. I was hoping that there would be a gold heart, but there's only big gold hearts, I think. I'm looking for a butterfly because that was one of the prompts, was to use a butterfly. And I wanted to add some color into the page as well, like more vibrant color. So I find this butterfly, it's from My Mind's Eye, a Miss Caroline stamp set by My Mind's Eye. So I'm using it with Distress ink, which if you want like a really clear impression, you shouldn't use Distress ink, but I didn't really care because I'd already distressed the edges and painted the background up and stuff, so I didn't care that it wasn't a perfect impression from the stamp. So I used 2 ink colors. I believe that's Salty Ocean and I forget what the pink one's called. If I remember. Once I'm done narrating, I'll put it as a caption on the screen. So I just can't go over and reach it right now. But I'll put it on the screen what color it is. So then I'd have to decide what letter stickers I want to use as a title. One of the colors is black, so I did want to incorporate black into this somehow. There is some black on the background piece of the layout, which is also the text portion. Text paper prompt. What was it? Pattern paper with text on it, I think it was. One of these days I'll get better and I'll just have the prompts beside me when I narrate, the ones that I used. But I'll get there eventually. What's funny is that I write them down when I go to Scrapbook. I write them down on a piece of paper so I know what to use. But the title is I was going to make it For the Love of Reading, but I don't think I put for, and I think it's just The Love of Reading. And I'm using letter stickers from Doodlebug, are the little small round ones. And then those ones are from Bella Boulevard. They're actually from like a bachelorette party sticker sheet. I just really like the font. And then I have this sticker sheet. I think it's from Echo Park. I think it's from Echo Park. And it has a bunch of different, or maybe Teresa Collins. I forget. One of the two. It has a bunch of reading words on it and stickers and such. And there's another butterfly. There's a butterfly sticker on it, and it was in the right color. And the words are in aqua and black, which are the 2 of the colors. I think the colors were pink, cream, or white, black, and green, and I thought it was dark blue and light blue, and pink, green, and black. I'm not sure. I forget what colors there were. Let me see. I shall go to my case files and find out. So I'm just looking through stickers and putting those hearts on, and I tried putting them on with my two-way glue pen, but I think I end up using Scotch Quick Dry adhesive anyways. I'll tell you what colors they were. There was green, blue, white, pink, and black. And the prompts were book pages, text print, floral pattern, pleating, suspend something, curl or fold something, butterflies, slash wings, lace, string, leaves, wet medium, mesh. So I ended up using wet medium, butterflies, text, and I guess you could say book pages, because I was scrapbooking about books. And then I said I was journaling about a solitary pleasure. So those were the ones that I chose. And here I'm just adding some ink splatters, and that's it. There'll be some pictures at the end, and thanks for watching. Bye!